minutes early. So I always like to start a little early, just, in case there's any technical difficulties. Let's see. Can you guys hear me okay? Well, I can hear myself. Can you guys hear me okay? I know I started like just a couple of minutes early, but oh, wait. I don't know. Greg, are you saying yes, ma'am to me or Deb? Not really quite sure. Me. Sorry, it's a little gloomy looking right now, but we just had a bad storm here. So, yeah, thank God the storm got over with, or we'd be doing this live inside the bus right now. So, but thank you to all my moderators for being here. Hi, Greg, Dutchman, and Deb. And then hello, everybody else. Um, so I figure since I've gotten a lot of new subscribers over the last few months, it's been a while since I've done a Q&A. So, for the ones that don't know what Q&A means, it means questions and answers. That means you ask the questions and I answer them. But nothing inappropriate, please. Um, Tasha is doing good. She's inside the bus right now. So Tasha's good. Thank you for asking. Um, so yeah. So let's just go ahead and start it. I mean, you guys have any questions? There was somebody that just sent me an email and I just replied to it, so I'm not sure if you're watching. But their question was, how often do I get my mail from my PO box? Since I'm on the road traveling. And I just want to let you guys know I do have a very good friend of mine that lives out in the area where my PO box is, and he does go and check my mail for me weekly. So my PO box gets checked weekly. Um, so just real quick, since this is a Q&A live video, and my last live video that I did, if any of you guys were there, it was just a few days ago. At one point in time, I had 1,400 people watching my live video. The comments and chat was going crazy. And yeah, for about 15-20 minutes, there was anywhere between 1,000 to 1,400 people watching the live video. So just in case it gets a little crazy like that again, or the chat goes crazy, I'm going to try to answer each question short with short answers. I know that's going to be hard for me to do because I'm a storyteller. um, so I am going to try to answer each question with short answer. I'm going to, answer them correctly, I guess is the point. So we got oh, brother Ken, what happened to my Jeep? I still have my Jeep. It's in storage. So I'm not getting rid of my Jeep. So I do have my Jeep. It's in storage right now. I will be doing some traveling every once in a while with my Jeep, but that's going to be every once in a while. Majority of the time, I'm going to be traveling in the bus because it's a lot better, a lot better, and a lot more roomier. I was getting burned out on the Jeep, but there is some off-road overlanding long distance trails that I would like to do that the bus cannot do. So I will be using my Jeep to go and do those trails. Sharon asks, do I ever get lonesome on the road? Of course. Of course. Um, for the first 3.5 years of me traveling, I was doing it by myself and I didn't want to travel with anybody. I was on a journey anyways, of trying to work on myself mentally. Um, Thank you, Edward. Thank you, Edward. Um, so it kind of would have defeated the purpose of me trying to work on myself mentally and everything if I was traveling with other people. But I did deal with a lot of lonely times. This year has been the first year that I've actually been traveling with, and I'm blessed to have them. They're all full-time travelers. So I have been traveling with all of them off and on this year. Right now, I am with one of them. We just met up, and I am camped right now with one of those friends. Um, and it's funny because I do have a video coming out soon about what I do when I'm on the road and I'm lonely. How do I deal with that? So I do have a video coming out probably in a few weeks, actually. But I just made a video about that. So it's funny that you asked that. Right, Gandalf? I know the numbers are moving up. They're moving on up. What's for dinner? What's for dinner? Actually, for dinner tonight, I had these Asian chicken lettuce wraps that I make, and they're in the cookbook. So my chicken Asian chicken lettuce wraps, they're in the cookbook. So I've been trying to make all my recipes that are in the cookbook right now that I have coming out in the next couple of months because I got to get pictures of all these recipes. So I'm eating good for the next couple of weeks cooking all these recipes. Let's see. Tony Perez said, Sarah, what states do you prefer in the Southwest? California, Nevada, or Arizona? I would pick New Mexico. I currently live in Middle Tennessee. Love you, Sarah. Oh, thank you. That's actually a hard question. California, Nevada, Arizona, New Mexico. Um, they're all beautiful states and have all different scenery. I love Arizona. I do love Arizona a lot just because it is a four season state and it's a beautiful state. California, the Northern California, absolutely beautiful. I just put out a whole bunch of videos over the last couple of months of me exploring up there in Northern California and the Highway 395 and stuff. Um, yeah, I mean, each state, I don't think I've done over 20 states. I've explored and visited over 20 states, and I'm not upset or disappointed in any of them. So they're all beautiful. Every state is beautiful. The nature is different everywhere, so oh, I'm sorry. Is my video buffering a little bit? I'm using my Starlink right now, so hopefully this is going to be okay. I don't know if you guys can see my little setup here. So I was trying because I was going to sit in the chair, but I didn't really want to sit in the chair for this live video. So it's hard to read my comments off the phone because otherwise I'd be like this all the time on the phone reading the comments. So, um, so I made a little contraption with my little drum here. Okay, let's see. Somebody said I could get a tow dolly and pull the Jeep. I'm not gonna tow the Jeep, guys. I'm not. It's just gonna be horrible on gas mileage. So yeah, as much as I probably want to, I don't like towing either. So I do not like towing. Oh, hello, Gypsy Mo and Bridget. Wow. Long time, Bridget. Those are my girls right there, Gypsy Mo and Bridget. Hi guys, thank y'all. Those are my girls from Vegas. So thank you, Tony. Thank you very much, Tony. Drums make good table. It's making a good table right now. I know that much. So, any questions? I mean, I was a little worried about this live video right here because my last one a couple of days ago, like I told you guys, I had 1,400 people in the live, and I had planned on going a little bit longer on that live video, but because there were so many people watching the live video and there was just the comments were going crazy, and I think I only had one moderator at that time. Um, it was a little overwhelming. So that's why I ended it. But that was awesome. Do I ever get too lonesome? Yes, I just somebody else just asked that, and I know you just got on here, so yes, when I am traveling by myself, I do get lonely a lot. But now I have a road family, and this is the first year that I've been traveling with other people. They're full-time travelers too, so we meet up in places and camp together like I am right now with one of my friends. And so it's been a nice little change meeting up with other travelers this year and camping with other people. Oh my goodness, Steve. Thank you so much, hon. Steve just said, want to let you all know that I'm matching donations 100% dollar for dollar for any donations by PayPal, Super Chat, and Cash App. Please show your support and get twice the bang for your buck. Is that what I said? For your buck, yeah. Oh, thank you, Steve. That's so awesome. I need that right now too. So thank you. So yeah, any donations that come um, through PayPal, Super Chat, or Cash App, he's gonna match y'all's donations 100%. If anybody would like to send $1,000,000, now's the time. What's the hottest and coldest climate I've been in? I try to stay away from the heat. So I can't even really judge the hottest climate because once it starts getting hot and the summertime arrives, I move up north and into higher elevation. And the hottest climate that I personally can do living out here in nature and on the road would be the low 80s. That's the highest for me. The lowest temperature that I have camped in, which was by accident because the weather just changed like overnight. I want to say it was 19 degrees and it was snowing, a lot of snow. So I can handle the snow and the cold weather a lot more than I can the heat. Trying to keep up with all this. Do most of the national parks let me take my dog in? They vary. They do vary. There's a lot of national parks that don't allow dogs on the trails. So like a lot of them actually. And but even those national parks, if you tell them that you're not getting out hiking, that you're just driving through the national park, and that your dog will be in the vehicle, they will 9 times out of 10 let you, drive through and see the park by driving. But there is a lot of national parks that do not let let dogs, mainly on the hiking trails and stuff, and some state parks too. Am I a good driver? Well, I've never had a ticket before in my life. Why the switch to the van? Well, it's not a van, it is a bus. I know it kind of looks like a van, but it is a bus. It's a short bus, actually. That's right, short bus. um, let's face it, I lived in Jeeps for almost 4 years. It is a very confined, small space. How I did it for that long, I do not know. So it was time for me to upgrade. I was burned out on being in such a small space. My mattress that I slept on in the Jeeps literally was the width of my body. And then I have a little dog that, tries to take up the whole entire mattress. Um, so yeah, I'll be completely honest with you guys. The last 8 months of me living in the Jeep, the last Jeep, I was burned out. And I think that had a lot to do with my depression coming back and everything too. So, it was time. It was time for an upgrade. How old was I when I got my first tattoo, and what is it? That right there. This little weird design. I was 18 years old. Spring break, Daytona Beach. Do I ever find petroglyphs? All the time. Of course, especially hiking. I find petroglyphs all over the place. I bet you where I'm at right now, I bet you there's some petroglyphs somewhere in this area right here. Am I ready for quartzsite? Of course. I'm always ready for quartzsite. I'm going to be there for the whole month of December and January. And I'm going to be renting a booth at the vendors there. And I'm going to be set up there selling my cookbook and some merchandise that I'm having made and everything. So, yeah, I'm always ready for quartzsite. Every year towards the end of the year, I get excited to start heading back down to quartzsite. I love going down there. There's like a million people that go down there and they're all like travelers or campers. It's my nomad community. Does my vehicle get good gas mileage? Not really. It gets about 12 miles per gallon, so yeah. But I'm a lot happier. Let's see. Put up her donation address. So I pinned my PayPal at the top of the comments. You can see where my PayPal is right there. Dogs and bears don't get along. Well, of course they don't, but I'm like a, what is the word when, a bear repellent. That's what I am. A bear repellent. But you guys know I am very overprotective of my dog. She is in my eyesight at all times. And she's pretty good. She doesn't venture off from me at all. So I'm probably a little bit too overprotective of my dog actually. But that's why she's still here with me. Catfishing is wrong. What question did you ask that was too personal? I'm like an open book. You guys know that. As long as it's respectful. That's right. Please keep the questions respectful or my moderators will delete them. Somebody said they're in Hanksville. I know where that is. I like Hanksville. Hanksville's over there by Moab, right? I think. Oh, that's funny. Somebody said van life, laptop on a drum, dreadlocks. Yep, this is a real old school hippie. That's funny. This. I do have. That's kind of funny, actually. Where am I living? In my bus. In nature. This is my home. Everywhere in nature. Am I like hippie Ariel? I don't know who hippie Ariel is. I don't know. I mean, I don't really consider myself a hippie, I guess. I don't know. I'm me. I'm just me. I'm Sarah. I don't categorize myself uh to anything. But I mean, I don't get mad if any of you guys call me hippie. I got called hippie the other day and I didn't get mad at it. I think it's cute. So, um, but I'm just me. Goblin Valley is beautiful. I did a video of Goblin Valley. It was a couple years ago. I love that place. They have like little mushroom capped um things, rocks. Where am I camping tonight? Now, you guys know that I don't ever give out my location. You guys just have to wait for the videos to come out. Then you'll find out where I was. Thank you again, Steve. So for everybody joining, I just want to let you guys know, Steve in the chat here said he is matching everybody's donation on this whole entire live. 100%. So thank you. Am I in the Philippines? I'm not in the Philippines. I'm in the United States. Do I ever consider chomping off my dreads? No. Never. My dreadlocks now are about down to here. Well, some of them are. No. Nope. No. Did I tell you no, I'm not cutting my dreadlocks off? Nah. I will be 90 years old with gray dreadlocks. Thank you, Vicky. Thank you, Vicky. All right, let's see. Do I pick up any strangers? No. Of course I don't pick up any strangers. No. Let's see. You love the dreads? Me too. I love the dreads also. I know a lot of people don't like my dreadlocks. I get a lot of negativity for them, especially in my comments, but I do what makes me happy. I'm not here on this earth to please anybody else. It's to make me happy. And I love dreadlocks. I love tattoos and I love half shirts and I love my headbands and it's me. So, do I have a reason why? Yeah, because I love my dreads. That's why. And you know, for all the people that judge me because I have dreadlocks and because I have tattoos and you know, the way I dress or whatever, um we really shouldn't be judging people. If you watch my channel or if you know me, you know that one of the things that I talk about a lot is practicing kindness. And also, we shouldn't judge other people. We just shouldn't. I should not judge other people. Y'all should not judge other people. Everybody has a right to be their own individual person. And I am definitely my own individual person. I'm not going to do a tour of the bus right now because I've already done that a few times. Maybe later on in the video, I'll do a tour of the bus, the inside. It is a little messy in there. But right now, because I have everything just kind of set up and it took me a minute to get this tripod up and all that. So maybe later on in the video, I'll just do a little walkthrough again. But I do have a whole playlist section. And if you click on that, look for the schoolie playlist and you can see the inside of the bus. I have done some changes since I've put some videos on there. Let's see. Trying to go back. Sorry. Floating bus. I kind of figured you owned a bus, a schoolie with that name. Let's see. Do I have a pet? Yes, I do. I have a little 5-pound dog. I'll go grab her in a minute. She's 13 years old, and I've had her since she was 3 months. And that's my child. Am I camping? I'm full-time camping. I'm permanently camping. Um, this is my life. I travel full-time and I live in beautiful nature, exploring it and sharing it with all you guys. So I do still have the Jeep, guys. The Jeep is in storage. So I do still have the Jeep. I'm not getting rid of the Jeep. Um, Jeeps are in my blood now. Um, so yeah, I still have the Jeep. Oh, I do me. Most definitely. Uh, Locked and loaded? Yep, I sure am. Can I sing a song? I might lose a couple of thousand subscribers if I do that. Y'all don't want me to hear sing a song. My friend Gypsy, that's I hope still watching the live video. She has one of the most amazing voices that I've ever heard in my whole entire life. Um, Too bad I don't have her standing here with me right now so she can sing you guys a song for me. But y'all don't want me to sing y'all a song. This live will end very quickly because y'all will all disappear off of here. Let's see. Trying to see. Catch up on. For the person that wanted to leave the smart comments. You always wondered what tattoos looked like on an older woman. Well, now you see. They look pretty darn good, don't they? Thank you for watching the video. Does it get expensive living this life? Not really. I don't have rent. That's expensive. I don't have like electricity, water, and all that stuff to pay for. That's expensive. The only thing that's really expensive is all the gas that I'm paying. Uh, Thank you, KB. I appreciate that. Thank you for sharing all your travels. You are a good person, and it is interesting to watch all you share. We are in Pahrump, Nevada, and sending you lots of good vibes. I definitely know where Pahrump is, so thank you so much. I appreciate that. Um, yeah, probably my most expensive bill is gas and insurance and food because food's getting expensive. But I live pretty minimalist. I am a penny pincher, by the ways too, and this is a minimalist lifestyle right here. So, um, So it's not too bad. It would be more expensive to live in a house in a city, I guess, or a town. So this is cheaper. How old am I? A lady never tells her age. I'm just kidding. I'm proud of my age. I'm 48 years old. A 48-year-old lady with tattoos. Do I have plans on where I travel next or just pick a different place based on a whim? I like to actually plan out my travels at least a month in advance because I'm a YouTuber and I have to make sure that the next place that I'm going to has stuff for me to film and stuff for me to see and stuff for me to explore. So I do my research, I do my planning, and I do plan out for a month ahead of time of where I'm going, what I'm going to see, where I'm camping. Sometimes the camping thing doesn't go as planned. I'll arrive to the free camping spot that I found and it'll be taken, and then I'll have to like drive around and look for another free camping spot. Um, so yeah, I plan. I definitely plan. I do a lot of research. Have I been to Canada? I have not been to Canada, but I do want to go. Canada and Australia are on the top, my top two places I want to go see. But because I have a little dog right now that is a senior dog and she has a lot of health issues, she has a lot of health issues with her heart, she has extreme arthritis in her neck. Um, I don't think it's best for me to leave the country right now with my dog and going to other countries that I'm not familiar with and veterinarians and stuff like that. Plus, she's on medication and she has to take her medication for her heart issues twice a day in the morning and in the evening. So I have to make sure that I can get those prescriptions refilled for her whenever I need to get them refilled. So leaving the country right now is not something that I can do because of my dog and her health issues. Oh, you just sent me $40 for me to go out to eat? Of course you sent me $40 for me to go out to eat. Deer Tracks loves food, by the ways, guys, in case y'all never knew that. Thank you, Deer Tracks. I appreciate that. Okay, let me go back. Hold on. Let's see. Do I have solar panels? I do. I have 800 watts of solar on top of the bus, and then 3 lithium batteries also. Do I have a membership gym? This is my gym right here, guys. This is my gym. Nature. I've never once in my life stepped foot in a gym. Can't even tell you what a gym looks like. I've seen videos of it. But hiking is my gym, and it's free. What's the hardest part about living like this? Is there anything that makes this lifestyle not worth living? I feel like there's some hard things, but like the positive things just outweigh those hard things. I don't know. I guess maybe doing the research of finding where I'm going next, where I'm going to camp, Finding those amazing camping spots for me to set up camp for a couple of weeks. Um, Sometimes the trash can be a pain in the butt. Trying to find somewhere to dispose of my trash because pack it in, pack it out. Um, yeah, I don't know. I mean, this is a pretty good life, to be honest with you. I have a lot less stress living this lifestyle than I did living in society, I guess is what you call it. How long have I been doing this? I have been doing this for July 1st was 4 years that I got on the road and started traveling. So a little over 4 years now. Somebody asked if I used to be a sailor. Really? Do I look like a sailor? No. Any bus maintenance and expenses so far? No. Knock on wood. No issues yet. So it's been smooth sailing so far. Don't jinx me. Do not jinx me. Let's see. Oh, E Phoenix, you win for the best comment in the chat of the day. He said, I look like I'm in my 20s. Thank you. Thank you very much. Did somebody ask about a bath and a shower? So I do have a compost toilet inside of my bus. And then I do have a solar portable shower and I have an outdoor tent. But I also have a tub, a big huge container that I have stuff stored in that I can also use that to take a bath. I mean, not bath, but take a shower inside the bus also. So yes, I have a shower and I have a toilet. I'm living on the edge. Okay. Okay. I'm a little edgy, you know. Thank you so much again, Steve. Steve is matching all donations that come in today. So I really appreciate that so much. Thank y'all. Wow. Like I said, if anybody wants to, throw $1 million on there right now, now's the time to do that. Just, I'm kidding. You guys know I just joke around about that stuff. So, but I do appreciate that. That is so awesome and so nice of you, Steve, to match all the donations that come in 100%. So that really means a lot to me. So thank you so much. Can you see the shower? No, because it's all packed up in my storage compartment right now. So that would require me going to my storage compartment, pulling it out and everything. So, but I do have, if you go to my playlist section and click on it, there's a playlist section called How I Live in My Jeep because I used to live in Jeeps before I got the bus. Click on that playlist and look for the shower video. There is a video on there of my shower setup and how I take a shower. You guys don't get to see me take a shower. I just show y'all how the setup is. Thank you so much, dear Trax. I appreciate that again. Oh, wait, I lost something. Thank you, Lisa. I'm losing the comments. Hold on. I can eat 2 McDonald's. That's funny. Let's see. How do I support myself financially? That's a good question. I live very minimalist, very minimalist. The first year of me traveling, because I do have a savings account, but let's face it, savings doesn't last forever. So the first year of me traveling, I was picking up seasonal jobs. Then my YouTube channel kind of grew a little bit more. Um, and so I was able to figure it out where I could do this full time without picking up seasonal jobs and get paid from YouTube. So I get a paycheck from YouTube. I am monetized. I haven't worked a seasonal job in probably the last 3 years because it was the first year that I was working the seasonal jobs. Actually, the first year and a half, I think. So it's been about 2.5 years, 3 years. I don't know. But next year I will be stopping to get another seasonal job next year because this year, for some reason, YouTube has cut my paychecks down significantly where I've had to dig into my savings account every single month this year. And I don't understand what's going on. I contacted YouTube about it. They said nothing was wrong with my channel. I'm putting out more videos. I'm getting more views. I have more subscribers. So it just doesn't make sense. So it's been a tough year. And I've been living extremely, very minimalist. I've been staying in places a lot longer so I could save on gas. And so next year I have decided I will be getting a seasonal job. So if any of you guys know of campgrounds or anything that might be looking for a camp host, can you send me an email and let me know? Because preferably that's what I want to do is find a campground somewhere where there's going to be a lot of outdoor activities that I can do on my day off. But I will be getting a seasonal job next year. What do I do for fun? This is my playground right here. This is my playground. That's what I do for fun. I enjoy all this beautiful nature. I go hiking, I go exploring, I get to see so many amazing places and things. That's my fun. Have I been to Alabama? I've driven through Alabama. I have not explored Alabama yet, but I've driven through it. Are you from Alabama? Go dogs, go. I'm from Georgia originally. Do I have water tanks underneath? I do not. So I have tanks, well, jugs. I have two 7-gallon jugs underneath my sink that I have in there. One is for the dirty water and the other one is the fresh water that comes out of the sink. Then I also have a 3.5-gallon black water jug that I had in my Jeep that has a dispenser on it, and I use that. And then I also have another 7-gallon container for my backup that I can switch out when the freshwater jug needs to be switched out. So on board right now altogether I have about 20 gallons of water. Obviously I can buy more gallons of water to bring with me, but as of right now I have 20 gallons of water. I do not swear on my videos. I do not cuss on my videos. I have two little cousins that are, oh God, 9 and 11. I think they're 9 and 11. I know they watch my videos, and I do not want to be on my channel sitting here with cuss words and swearing. So I think that's inappropriate when you have when I have little kids watching my videos. Some of my subscribers here tell me that their kids watch my videos too. So no, you will never ever, there's not one video that you'll hear me cuss or swear on, ever. In the beginning it was a little hard filming without cussing, but no, I will not cuss on my videos at all. How long can I do this lifestyle for? And what age would be the limit? I don't know. I'll do this lifestyle till I'm sick of it, till I'm tired of it. I will never go back and live in society. Um, if I get tired of the traveling and get tired of being out here on the road, which I'm sure eventually it's going to happen, not anytime soon because I love this lifestyle. But yes, when I get older, I'm probably not going to be traveling so much and stuff. Maybe every once in a while. But I will, set up my land and live on my land off the grid, away from society still. So I'll still kind of be living the lifestyle. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know. And you said what age? I have met, actually, I have some really good friends, Bob and Cheryl and Jay, and they're in their 70s and they do this full time. And they're very good friends of mine from Vegas. So they do it full time. I've seen an 80-year-old person doing it. So it's just all up to you, I guess. All up to the person. Okay, somebody said, I'm going to try to answer this one very short because it is a long story and I'm going to try to answer it shortly. Somebody said, why did I choose this lifestyle? So I chose this lifestyle because nature has always been therapeutic for me. Whenever I would have bad days, whenever I was depressed or stressed or anything like that, I'd go camping, I'd go hiking, I'd go off-roading. Nature has always been my therapy. I've had a pretty rough life since I was a kid. I grew up in foster homes and group homes when I was a kid. Got into some trouble when I was 18 years old. Went to jail for like 6 months. I was in gangs when I was younger at 18 years old. Mind you, that was a long time ago, guys. Um, I had a pretty rough life. So I've never been happy my whole entire life. I've never experienced what true happiness was in me. Um, I've never been at peace with myself. Um, so then the last straw for me was my father committed suicide in front of me one night. And um, as you guys can imagine, that was a horrible thing for me to go through. While I was dealing with what happened with my father, um, I think it was only 2 months later, one of my best friends, Kimmy, passed away. And she passed away because they took her off life support. She was in a hospital. And I actually happened to walk into the hospital as she was taking her last breath. So I watched her pass away. And then shortly after that, within another 2 months, my best friend in the whole entire world, Jeff, that was battling pancreatic cancer, um, ended up passing away. Um, and I was there with him also. So all this happened within 5 or 6 months. And so I sunk into a really deep hole of depression. And depression is something that I have battled for a very long time since I was a kid, and also some other mental illnesses that I deal with. Um, After what happened with my dad and then my two best friends, all within 5 to 6 months, I really sank into a hole. I ran a bar in Vegas for 10 years. I was the boss there. And so I had to always go in there, put a fake smile on. It was very mentally exhausting to always act like I was doing okay. Um, Long story short, this was my therapy, and something needed to give because I was eventually going to have a mental breakdown after dealing with all that. And so I knew I needed to go do something to work on myself. And that's why I chose this lifestyle. And it was the best decision that I could have ever done, because I don't think that if I started traveling, living in nature, and working on myself, I personally don't think I'd be standing here talking to you guys anymore. So it was a good decision for me. So that's why a lot of people are so quick to judge us that travel and live in nature and are homeless. But everybody has a story of why they're doing it. And That's my story. That's the short story. Okay. What's the protocol when I'm out camping in the boonies and I wake up in the morning with a dead battery? I have a battery charger. That's right. I have a battery charger. So I just hook that battery charger right up to the battery under the hood and bam, I'm good to go. Am I going to tattoo my face once I run out of room on my body? I already got tattoos on my face. Do I ever get nervous being out here? In the beginning, I did get nervous being out here, especially when I was out here alone by myself. So yeah, in the beginning, it took me a while to get adjusted. Now, no, because if I was to live in fear and always worried and so on forth, then that would take away the point of me being out here. Uh-oh, wait, let's see. I'm trying to catch up. I'm losing some comments. I'm sorry. Okay. Am I single? Yep, I'm single. To be quite honest with you, I'm going to be single for a long time. Until I can love myself fully, I cannot try to love somebody else. So I'm still out here working on myself. Um, so yeah, I'm single and will be single for a long time. Last thing on my mind. Am I on a homestead? I am not. I am on BLM land right now. What's my email? My email is in all the description of all my videos, but it's wanderingjeepsy. So it's my name at yahoo.com. Somebody said I put too much of my info online. If you're talking about me sharing my life story, I share my life story in hopes that it reaches out to other people that may be struggling and having a hard time too. Because when I was going through all the horrible things and the traumatic things that I went through in my whole entire life, I didn't really have a lot of people to reach out to. And so I felt alone. And so since I share my life story on my channel and talk about it, I've had so many people reach out to me thanking me and thanking me because they know that they're not alone with the struggles that they're going to. And they know that they have me that they can send an email to and I will be there for them and talk to them. Um, so that's why I share my life story. And it's therapeutic for me to get it out sometimes. Oh, thank you, Nameless, for the 2 jewels. Thank you. I know I'm a little behind right now catching up on all this. I might actually be giving y'all a tour of the bus in a minute because it's starting to get dark out here, and I might have to move this inside to the bus and continue it in there. Happy birthday, Joseph. Happy birthday, 52. Oh my God, have you been sitting in the sun your whole entire life? Well, I live in nature, so I live in the sun. So, yeah, don't you go outside and the sun hits you? How do I do my driver's license if I travel to multiple states? Well, my driver's license, I get good for like the next 5 years and stuff. So I'm good for like 5 years on my driver's license. I do have a physical address because I do have some land, and my land, I use that as my physical address. Is it illegal for me to live on my bus? No, it's not. It's not illegal at all for me to live on my bus. It's not illegal for me to live in a car if I wanted to. It's not illegal to live in an RV. It's not illegal for me to live on this land right here for 2 weeks because that's the limit, the time limit for this spot right here. No, it's not illegal. So all those rumors that you hear about van life is ending or whatever, it's not true. At least not yet it isn't. How's the solar doing? The solar is doing great. I haven't had any issues with my solar, so I'm able to run everything inside that bus right now with the solar that I have. So did I find Jesus? Are you trying to ask me what my religion is? Because I don't talk about my religion. Quite honest with you, you shouldn't try to push your religion on people either. You shouldn't try to push your beliefs on other people. You should respect everybody for having their own beliefs. So the computer is not warm, guys. Just want to let you guys know. So, and it is actually a little cool out here right now. So my djembe is good. I mess up my drum. So for the ones that want to know more about my life story, head on over there to that playlist section again. So go to the playlist section, and then I have a whole playlist, and it's titled My Life Stories. Pretty sure it's My Life Stories. It's something My Life Stories. If you click on that playlist of My Life Stories, I have multiple videos sharing my life. I even have an hour-long video of where I went and did a public speaking thing where I spoke about my life in Washington. So yeah, so if you, and I am going to do another video soon about my life stories again, because it's been a while since I've done one of those videos, and with all these new people that I have on my channel, I feel like it's time for me to do one of those videos again. So I will be doing another one of those videos in the next month or so. I got to catch up on my videos right now. But yeah, so there's a whole playlist section that I've done multiple videos already, sharing my whole entire life story. What is the biggest creature comfort I miss living in society? A flushing toilet and a running hot shower on demand. Those are it. Oh, my thing keeps jumping through the comments. What was my first biggest repair when I started? Well, when I first started, I was in my old Jeep, and it was lifted on 37-inch tires, which I should not have been driving that Jeep on the interstates all across this freaking country, but I did 20 states with it. So I had a lot of problems with that Jeep because that Jeep was built out for rock crawling. It was not built out for traveling. So yeah, so I had suspension problems. I had, um, I, I, I don't know what the first major issue was, but with that Jeep, I had a few problems with that Jeep. So haven't had any issues with the bus yet. What is my main source of income? YouTube. But that hasn't been working out for me this year. So I will be getting a seasonal job next year. So, yeah. So for right now, barely YouTube. Do I have any speaking engagements scheduled? I do not. I don't have any speaking engagements scheduled. If anybody ever has a business or anything like that and they want me to come and speak, or like you run an AA meeting, or you have a, I don't know, like any kind of things like that, I would be happy to come and speak anywhere, so just my email, just shoot me an email, and I'm not going to speak to you guys privately, but if you guys, yeah, if anybody ever wants me to come speak at an event, or some kind of speaking thing or something, I will definitely come and speak to that, because I really enjoyed sharing my story at that public speaking event that I did in Washington. And then I've also, when I had my Jeeps, I've gone to a couple of overlanding festivals and events, and I spoke at the overlanding events. It wasn't about my life, it was just about how I travel in a Jeep. Oh, thank you guys for all the compliments. It takes 7 seconds for someone to make a first impression. How'd I do on my first 7 seconds with you? Are you still here? How do I eat? How do I bathe? How do I cook? Etc. Well, I eat with my hands, and normally with a fork, but sometimes I use a spoon. I know what you meant. I'm just kidding. I have a camping stove, a 2-burner stove, and I have a grill, a camping grill. So I have a full kitchen. I can cook on my 2-burner stove. I can cook anything that you guys can cook in a house. I have a shower. I have a solar shower and an outdoor shower tent. So I take a shower with my outdoor solar shower. Someone said, not my style of living. It's not everybody's style of living. It really isn't. This lifestyle is not for everybody. Um, it's not. Um, and it's okay, you know? So, some people don't like to give up the city life and they love the city life and they love being in the cities. They don't really like being out here in nature and stuff like that, you know? So this isn't everybody's cup of tea. I get it, but it's my cup of tea and that's all that matters. I am using my Starlink right now. So, where I'm at right now, I do have a little bit of cell signal, but it's not that great. So I had to use the Starlink. Ooh, it was a bee. I had to have to use the Starlink to do my live video. Okay, why does my thing keeps? What were the most difficulties transitioning to living in the bus? Um, It really wasn't difficult. I thought it was going to be a little adjustment driving something bigger, but honestly, it feels like I'm driving my old Jeep. Um, because my old Jeep was pretty big. It was lifted and it was had spacers on it. I think the only thing which I'm kind of over now, to be honest with you, was getting the bus and not having the Jeep. Is the Jeep would get me to all these really secluded space places and I could go down these crazy dirt roads. I could crawl over rocks, all that stuff, and really seclude myself. Um, I was a little worried about that. But with the bus, since I've had the bus, I've still found secluded places everywhere that I've gone. I take the bus down dirt roads. Obviously, I don't crawl over rocks with it. If I get on a dirt road and I see that it's too sketchy or anything like that, I will just back up and finagle my way and turn around and go back out. Um, so it really wasn't, I learned a lot living in the Jeeps. So, how I lived in the Jeeps, I just brought over into the bus. Um, so yeah, it wasn't hard transitioning at all. Who tracks the time when you're on BLM land? Good question. Well, first of all, me. You were supposed to do that. um, when I arrived to a site, a free camping site, BLM, the calendar on my phone, I put in the calendar the day that I arrived. And so, like where I'm at right now is a 14-day limit. So I will be watching and going to check when my 14 days are up. Um, there are park rangers, BLM park rangers that drive around. They drive around in the middle of the night. They drive around early in the morning. They see what vehicles are out here. Some of them even take pictures of your vehicles. And that's so they can keep track of how long you've been in these places. Even sheriffs or police officers. A lot of people think just because you're secluded on this BLM land and everything, nobody will know. Trust me, they know. I've watched park rangers take pictures of my vehicles before, which is fine because I know what they're doing. But yeah, it's on you to know that and to respect it. So once my 14 days is up here, I will be packing up, leaving, and going to the next spot. I have not, no, Katie, I have not gone to Minnesota. Minnesota's the one with all the lakes, right? I really do want to come and see Minnesota because I know that's like the land of lakes. So I haven't done the north, right? Northeast, yeah, the northeastern part of the states yet. So I've done the Dakotas, but everything from the over from the Dakotas on down to North Carolina, I have not explored or done. I've done Maryland, New York, and I've done North Carolina. So no, I really haven't done a lot of exploring up there in the northeastern part of states yet. How reliable has my Starlink been for me? Very reliable. It took me a long time for me to break down and want to get the Starlink, but the way that I was uploading my videos and working before the Starlink was I had a Wii Boost, which is a cell phone booster, and then I had a hotspot. So I would use the Wii Boost and the hotspot at the same time, and sometimes it would take 24 hours to get a video uploaded. So that was a long time, meaning that was 24 hours that I would have to plug my laptop into my power stations, because at that time I was in the Jeep, and so I only had power stations that I was using for power, electricity. So I met a few people that had the Starlink, and listening to them because they were remote workers and full-time travelers, and then also using one of their Starlinks one time to upload a video, I knew I had to get the Starlink. Now it takes me an hour to upload a video, whereas before it was 24 hours. So have I ever done, oh, these bees. Have I ever done any van life, nomadic living outside of the USA? I have not. Not yet. I haven't. But I have a little dog with a lot of health issues right now, meaning heart issues and stuff. So I don't think it is good for me to leave the States right now with my dog having so many health issues, because I need to be in the States close to her veterinarians. She has two different veterinarians in two different states. So yeah. All right, guys, I'm gonna, because it's getting a little chilly now, and I know a lot of people want to see the inside of my bus anyways. So can you guys just give me a couple of minutes? Let me move all this stuff into the bus, and let me let little one know that you guys are coming in here with us, that we're gonna have some company. So just give me a few minutes while I move everything in, and it's not even gonna be a few minutes. Just give me a minute. don't think it's been a minute yet. Hold on. Okay, now I have to readjust the tripod inside the bus, guys. So, but we'll go ahead and walk in and do a quick little tour first. There's the babies. You say hi to everybody? You say hi? Say hello. Here's the bus. I need to do dishes. I'm sorry. There's my sink. That's my compost toilet. That's my freezer. That's more water. More water. This is my fridge. That's the bed, dresser, cabinet, stuff. You get it. So now I got to bring my tripod in. Hold on. You want to come on to bed, babies? You come on to bed so everybody can see you. There we go. Hi. It takes a minute to set the tripod up. I'm so sorry, guys. Ta-da! Okay. All right. Watch out. Okay, I'm back. Can you guys hear me okay? Oh, probably should turn it a little bit so you guys can see me. Okay. If I missed any of you guys' comments, please just come back in and say them again. I'm so sorry. Come here, you want to come sit in my lap? Have I been to Australia? Australia and Canada are my top 2 places I want to go. I want to come see some kangaroos. I want to see the outback. No, I haven't been to Australia yet. Thank you very much, Brew. I don't know how to say that name. I'm so sorry. Brew said that he sent me some donations on PayPal. So when I get finished with the live video, because they're as you guys see, Steve, that's in the chat right now, is matching all donations that are given to me on this live video. He's matching them 100%, each and every single donation. So once I get done with the live video, I will be going over to PayPal, and then I will be able to see how much Steve has to fork over from the donations there. What are my expenses living off grid? I do have insurance on the bus, obviously. I have my cell phone bill. I have food, groceries. I have her medication that she has to take every single day. Gas. I have gas. I have a couple of bills. The Starlink bill. You know, living this lifestyle is living minimalist. So I live very minimalist. I even get my water for free. I get potable water at places for free. Um, so it's all about how you live the lifestyle. I've seen some people live it the fancy way though. But yeah. How do I pay for gas? With my debit card. Brooklys. Got it. Thank you. Thank you guys, everybody, for the donation. So I had somebody ask me earlier who Steve was. Well, Steve is actually a friend of mine. So, and the reason why he's doing this is because he knows that I've been having a bad year with YouTube. So, to be quite honest with you, you know, because you guys know I'm straight up honest with y'all. So, I've been having a bad year with YouTube. I've been dipping into my savings account every single month, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I was almost ready to call it quits, just because for some odd reason I'm not even making $1,000 off of YouTube a month, and I can't support myself off of that. And I told you guys I'm very smart. I'll never ever come on here and beg for money ever, because that's just not something I do. I know when I need to stop and get a job. I know when I need to replenish my savings. Um, and so my friend Steve did not want to see me quit traveling right now. And so that's why he's doing what he's doing right now, um, to help me replenish some of my savings. And I appreciate that so freaking much. I am going to be getting a seasonal job next year though. The reason why I didn't want to do it this year is because if I was to get a seasonal job right now, then thank you, all old car hauler. Um, I have plans of going to Quartzsite to sell my cookbooks that I've been working very hard on for this year. So I'm getting a booth to sell my cookbooks down there for December and January. And if I was to get a seasonal job right now, I wouldn't be able to go down to Quartzsite to go sell my cookbooks. And the cookbooks I've been working on for a long time, so I really want to go try to sell my cookbooks. So that's why Steve is doing what he's doing, and I appreciate that more than anything in the world. And I appreciate all you guys that give me donations too. It really helps, and I really do appreciate it. And I want to let everybody know too, I totally understand that all you guys cannot give donations. I know, I get it. But you guys support me still by watching my videos, and commenting and all that stuff. So I appreciate you guys doing all that also. You guys know I'm thankful for each and every one of y'all. So I wouldn't be where I was right now, or where I am right now with my channel, if it wasn't for you guys. So thank all of you. Thank you. Have I ever considered walking the PCT, the Pacific Coast Trail? Yes. Nick. Hi, Nick. How are you? I actually was going to do the PCT trail at one time. It was a few years ago, before I started traveling. I had it all planned out to do the PCT trail. I was going to hike the whole entire trail, at least try to. And I had all my equipment. I trained for it because I used to hike to peaks and everything. I used to be an avid hiker. and a backpacker, and I used to climb the mountains and all that stuff. So I trained for it. I had my backpack, I had all my equipment, everything. But then all the stuff happened with my dad and my two friends. And so I ended up not doing the PCT due to what happened, and then got rid of all my equipment. How do I keep up on current events? I try not to. I do not watch the news. Social media, it's kind of hard because all current events are all over social media. So I tell my aunt that if anything is going on major in the world and it's something that's going to affect me, then to please let me know. Or if it's something that's going to affect where I'm at, please let me know. But I try not to. We live in some sad times right now, and it actually saddens me to see everything that's going on in our country alone. But we're not going to talk politics. We're not going to get into all that. So please don't start discussing politics on my video and my chat. But I'm glad I don't watch the news because it's very sad to see. Somebody said, what is Steve doing? Steve is matching all donations that come in on this live. So anybody that sends me a donation through PayPal, Cash App, or, Super Chat, this right there, Steve is matching each individual donation 100%. Is there a way to give me Amazon gift cards? Yes, I have a P.O. box. My P.O. box address is in the About section on my YouTube channel. And then also it's in the description of all my videos. That's my P.O. box. And I do have a friend that lives in the area where my P.O. box is. And my friend goes and checks my P.O. box for me every single week. Like once a week he goes and checks it for me. So yeah, so you can send Amazon gift cards to the P.O. box, I guess. Yeah, my mods are definitely busy tonight. I have some great mods. So thank you, Greg, Deb, and Dutchman. I appreciate you guys. Can you get my cookbook online? So I'm trying to figure out the cookbook situation when the cookbooks get here. So I plan on having the cookbooks physically in my hand by November. So when I get the cookbooks, I am going to do a video letting you guys know that I have the cookbooks. And the only way that I really can think about doing it right now is if you want a cookbook, you will have to PayPal me the money for the cookbook. And the cookbook is only going to be $25, guys. Only $25. I think that's a decent price. I didn't want to do it too expensive because I know some people can't afford like $40 or something like that. So I was trying to do a reasonable price that was good for everybody. So I think $25 was a reasonable price. And so whenever I get them, I'm just going to, if you want to order a cookbook, you'll have to send it to me through PayPal. And then in the PayPal thing, there's a message thing on PayPal where you can message the person that you're sending money to. And in that message part, you will just put your name and your address where I can mail the cookbook to. So I got to figure all that out too, because shipping is different to each state. And then shipping is way different for another country. So it'll probably be $25 plus maybe $3 or $4 for shipping, but I still have a couple of months to figure that out. This is my first time doing a book, so what's my favorite state to travel in? Probably Utah. Utah's probably definitely my favorite state so far because I always get drawn back to that state. It's a beautiful state, and every time I go back to Utah, I feel like it's my first time there. So definitely probably Utah. How would a regular person train trail sticks and what to take from Walmart to walk a trail of any big distance? Well, if you're not familiar with hiking, I would start off by doing very easy flat trails first. And if you really have a long distance trail that you're going to go do, I would start eating a little bit more healthier too. Meaning cut out all the preservatives, the antibiotics, all the unhealthy food and everything, because you want your body to be in good shape. But I would just start doing a lot of hikes and train that way. And that's what I did. I was doing a lot of hiking. I was already an avid hiker in the first place. And then when you get your gear and your backpack and everything like that, then you need to start doing hikes with your backpack on your back. Even if you're only doing a 3-mile hike, you need to do it with your backpack with all your gear in it. So you need to train that way also. No neighbors or nothing. Must be great. Oh, it is. Do I still have anything to do with the campground that I was living at in the camper before living in the Jeep? I do not. That's a long story. I helped them open up that campground. It was a big dirt lot and I made a campground out of it. I was supposed to be 50-50 partners with that person. But due to me not getting that in writing and being a trusting person, like an idiot, never again, that deal fell through. So they have a campground that I opened up because it was a big dirt lot with nothing there. And I'm the one who put the picnic tables, did all the campsites, everything. And they're enjoying the campground that I put together for them. And I have nothing to do with it anymore. It was very sad. The owner of the place ended up catching feelings for me. And I told him that it would never be any feelings there. And after all that, then everything just kind of fell through. Long story short. $2.40 for gas? I need to come to Tennessee. Oh my God. For sure. How would I rate Oregon? I love Oregon. Oregon's beautiful. The whole Pacific Northwest, a 10. If I could give it anything higher, it'd be higher. Everything in the Pacific Northwest. Absolutely beautiful. Speaking of that, wait till you guys see my Idaho videos that I have coming out. I just put an Idaho video out. What is today? Today's Saturday. I just put an Idaho video out yesterday But the one that I have coming out tomorrow, absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I got to go kayaking down one of the most famous whitewater rapid rivers, and my site that I had was right there on that river, and it was just, I just got finished editing that video today, and I watched it, and it's just such an amazing, beautiful, beautiful place. It might actually be one of my favorite videos that is coming out tomorrow. Where I was just at in Idaho, I was up there by the Sawtooth Mountain Range and Boise National Forest area. Oh my God, it was definitely my most favorite place of the year, of this year. So I'm excited for the video to come out tomorrow. Oh, thank you very much, Time and Sep. From what is it? Tehachapi? Thanks for all the great content. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Steve, you got another donation to match there, buddy. So really, Time and Sep, you just gave me $10. I do not have a camper anymore. No, this is my camper, the bus. $7 months at $180 in Quartzsite, Arizona campground. What's up with the other 5 months? So the other 5 months, Nick, is because down there in Quartzsite, it gets really hot during the summer, meaning sometimes it can get over 120 degrees out there, and it's open desert. So meaning open desert, 120 degrees will feel like 130 degrees. So everybody kind of leaves. I mean, there's very few people that stay down there, but pretty much everybody leaves once those summertime temperatures start hitting and everything. And so that's why they don't charge anything for down there for the summer, because they know nobody's going to come down there for that. I mean, it's unbearable down there for the summertime. Do I miss my Jeep? You mean the old Jeep? Not really. That Jeep gave me a lot of problems. That Jeep was built out for rock crawling. So I miss rock crawling in that Jeep. That's what I miss. Traveling in it, no. And the lady that bought that Jeep, I'm good friends with her now. She's one of my road family, actually. She's one of the people that I travel with and camp with and stuff. So I get to see that Jeep all the time. I was just with her about a month and a half ago, actually. She's let me drive the Jeep, every once in a while when I see her. And the couple of times that I've driven the Jeep, I'm just like, yeah, I don't miss it. Nope. It shakes so much. It sways all over the place. The new Jeep, I still have the new Jeep. It's in storage right now. So I do love my new Jeep, though. Oh, thank you guys for, I love the bus also. I do. Oh, thank you, Dutchman. Thank you. I appreciate that. That was a cool little town. Awesome little town. The lady came and gave me the private tour of the whole entire town, like just me. And then I even had like a police officer escorting me through the town so I could film it. I thought that was pretty awesome. Because I stopped by the sheriff's department to ask them if Yes, in that little town, they had a sheriff's department. I stopped at the sheriff's department to make sure I could put my drone up in that little town because I do abide by all laws and everything. And then I told them who I was. I gave them one of my cards and all that stuff, and told them I was going to be filming the town. And they were really nice. They even had a police officer escort me through the town, so that was pretty cool. Williams, Arizona is beautiful. Am I still going to open up packages? Well, I'm not at my property right now, so I don't have any packages to open up. I can't get mail on the road. But yes, when I get back to the property, if I have any packages there and everything, yes, I'll do a live video and I'll open up all the packages if there's any there. Oh, thank you very much, Top Speed Daily. They said that they sent me $10 on the Cash App. That means you sent me $20 because Steve there is going to match that. So thank you. What are you doing, little one? Come here. K-Love, honey, we don't talk about politics on my channel. So sorry, but yeah, we don't talk about politics on the channel. It politics just causes too much arguments and too much negativity. It's just not a good subject to talk about. I'm getting a reflection back here. Let's see. There we go. That's better. Oh, never mind. I just misread your comment. So I did do a couple, K-Love, I did just do a couple of videos actually discussing that order. I did not get political in that video, but I just wanted to address that order since there's so many videos going on about it right now, and a lot of them are scare tactic videos. And then it did concern my lifestyle, but no, I'm not concerned at all. I'm not concerned at all because that's not what the order was about. To me, the order was not about. Just go watch the video. I just did a whole video on it. I think it's like 3 videos back from the most recent one that I talked about it. I think so. Yeah. Sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, thank you very much, Shepherd Blake. Thank you. I appreciate that. Do I need an air fryer or anything else that would make cooking easier? Maybe a rotating spice rack and window fans? I do need some window fans. I did stop at Home Depot the other day to look at their window fans, but they didn't have the proper size for these windows. So when I get back to the property, that's something that I'm going to have to look into getting, maybe off of Amazon or something. The window fans, by the way, guys, is a fan that goes into your window and it'll suck the heat outside. It'll circulate the air, basically. That is definitely something I need. I have a spice rack. I do have a spice rack because you guys know I love cooking. And then what was the other one? Oh, an air fryer. So I don't need an air fryer. When I said earlier in this video that I took a lot of stuff, like the way I lived in the Jeeps, and I brought over to the bus, that was one of the things that I did. The way that I cooked when I lived in my Jeeps is the way that I cook in here. I don't need all the fancy other equipment and all that stuff. So I just use my basic 2-burner stove and my Jetboil that I have. Oh, and my little grill that I have. So in my cookbook in the introduction, it says that all the recipes that are in there, you can basically make all the recipes as long as you have a 2-burner stove or a campfire. Oh, thank you very much, James Shropshire. James Shropshire. I feel like that is a tongue twister. James Shropshire. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. You guys are going to make Steve go broke.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Oliveville now. I try so hard to say everybody's names. I'm so sorry. Thank you, Olive. I assume you mean the water shoes. Yes, I needed the water shoes. So my friend that I'm with right now has a kayak, and I've been using his kayak to go out on the rivers and stuff like that. And he's been I've been putting he's a guy, he's a man, and I've been putting his water shoes on my feet because I didn't have any water shoes. So I needed water shoes. So thank you so much, because his water shoes were way too big for my tiny little feet, but we were making it work. So thank you. I appreciate that. Studio, I'm in a little bus. It's a little bus. Do I have a good smoke detector in my bus? I do. Yes. And I have a fire extinguisher also. How does the jet boil work? So the jet boil is this contraption right here. So this is where the fire comes out. And this will boil anything within like 2 minutes. This is how I make my coffee every morning and my hot tea at night too. So why is little one so cute when she's grumpy? Well, she's cute even when she's not grumpy. Steve said he'll be at the pawn shop tomorrow. That's funny. Sorry, that's really funny. Oh, thank you, JJ from Arizona, for coffee and a muffin. I love my blueberry muffins and coffee. So yeah, it's almost like you knew me. I love my coffee and I love my blueberry muffins. That's what I love. Thank you, JJ. Thank you very much again, Olive. I appreciate that. Everyone. Villa Villanelle. Did I get it right? Villanelle. The bus looks nicer and cleaner than most people's homes. You know, when you live in such a small little, space or whatever, even an RV, I mean, well, to me, I have to keep it clean, because if it gets cluttered or dirty, then to me, that's gonna trigger my probably my anxiety and my depression and stuff. So I try to, like, right now the floor is kind of filthy, though. I need to, living out here in nature and having a wood floor on this bus, it's like I'm cleaning it at least 2 or 3 times a week. Thank God it's not a big space. But yeah, I try to keep it decluttered and I try to keep it clean. Try. I do have dishes in the sink right now. Any plans to video whitewater kayaking or snowboarding this winter? I've never snowboarded, guys. I did just the video that's coming out tomorrow. I was kayaking kayaking on one of the most famous whitewater rapid rivers in the United States. So that'll be out tomorrow. That's I want a kayak now. I've been using my friend's kayak and I really now I want a kayak. Thank God he shares his kayak with me. So have I ever camped in the Pine Barrens in New Jersey? I've never been to New Jersey. So no. Ice fishing would be pretty cool. Come here, little one. You want to come sit in my lap? Come here, baby. Come on. What time is it? Oh, goodness. I think I'm late giving her medicine. What time is it, guys? Hold on. I am. I'm late. Hold on, guys. Sorry, I'm late giving the little one her medicine. Come here, little one. It's time for meds. Time for meds. You guys distracted me for so long. I forgot to give her medicine. I'm late. Come here, baby. Get meds. Good girl. Yum yums. Yum yums. That's it. You want a treat now? Let's get a treat. We'll get a treat now for taking your meds because you're such a good little girl. Yeah, look at that. Good girl. So little one she has this medication right here. She has a grade 6 heart murmur, an enlarged heart, and she has fluid around her heart. So these are pills. She gets a half a pill in the morning and a half a pill at night. This is the liquid with the syringe. And she gets this only in the morning, the liquid. She hates the liquid because I have to give it to her in the syringe in her mouth. That's it. No more. How do I keep any varmints like rats or squirrels from getting into my bus or engine area? Great question there, because it happens. I did get a critter in my Jeep one time. I had to pull everything out of that Jeep. So now, ever since that happened, I did a lot of investigating and stuff. So they make these things that let out ultrasonic sounds and all that stuff, sound waves or whatever it's called. Anyways, I have one underneath. I put one in my Jeep, so I still have one in my Jeep, and then I have one underneath the hood of the bus. And ever since I started using those things right there, I haven't had any issues. So that's what I use. You can find those on Amazon. I got it off of Amazon. So just look for like ultrasonic rodent repellent for vehicles or something like that. So that's what I use. And the batteries on it, they last for about 3 months or whatever before I have to replace the batteries, because that is a huge thing. And I check underneath the hood of my bus about once a week just to make sure there's not a nest there or critters or anything like that. Great question. What kind of music do I like? All kinds. I love all kinds of music. The only music I don't like is that screaming heavy metal, like rah music. I can't get into that. But all kinds of music, I love all kinds of music, except for that one. Oh, okay. Yeah, so peppermint oil and all that does work too, but for some reason I do not like the smell of peppermint oil. Like right now, because my Jeep is stored somewhere, I do have peppermint oil and all that stuff inside the Jeep right now. I have some rodent repellent things inside the Jeep and everything. I kind of went a little overboard on the smells going into my Jeep, but I just wanted to take extra precautions on my Jeep being stored. Do I miss ice cream or sweet salted sticks of butter? I have a freezer. I have a freezer and then I have a fridge. So I have ice cream in there right now. I'm not telling you guys that I'm like this completely healthy eater and stuff. I do eat healthy, pretty much all the time. But every once in a while, I will eat some unhealthy stuff. I am from the South originally, so you can't take, I grew up in the South, so I love food. But so I do eat some of the bad stuff every once in a while. But for the most part, I eat pretty clean and pretty healthy. When am I coming back to Georgia? I don't know. I don't know. I can't tell you that. I don't know. I still have a brother there that I need to come meet face to face. I have a brother that I just recently found a couple of years ago, but we've never met face to face, and he's older than me. But Georgia's just so far away. Gracie said she lives in a barn she made into a house one time. That's pretty cool. I used to be so infatuated with those red barns. Every time I would see those red barns somewhere, I'd always like want to stop and take a picture. For some reason, I was just so infatuated with those red barns. Having a barn and turn it into the house would be pretty cool, I would think. Let's see what other comments. If for some reason, guys, that I didn't answer a question that you put in the chat, it's because I didn't see it. It's not that I'm ignoring it. So feel free to post the question again so I can see it and answer it. If I were offered a great job, would I leave this lifestyle? Um, I'm assuming that you're saying if I was offered a job like making a whole lot of money, would I leave this lifestyle? No, I wouldn't. Um, for the first time in my whole entire life, I'm happy and at peace. And this lifestyle is what has made that for me. Um, Money is not everything in the world. Money, I know, helps with happiness, it helps with stress, and you can't live out there without money. But I live pretty minimalist in nature, and I love that. And as long as I have enough money to get by and pay my bills that I have and and I'm able to feed myself and feed my child, my dog. I don't need $1 million. I don't need $100,000. I would not give up this lifestyle for some job that will probably stress me out. I think having a normal job now would just bring the stress back to my life and really trigger my mental illnesses that I have. I know I said that I was going to go get a seasonal job next year, but that is going to be as a camp host somewhere. So meaning I'm still going to be in nature, and I won't be making that much money, but I'm going to be happy because it's going to be a job that's going to be in nature. So no, I wouldn't give up this lifestyle for some big paying job. I gave up a 10-year career that I had where I was making pretty good money to come live this lifestyle. A 1996 Honda Civic. That's a small car, huh? That's awesome. I mean, the Jeep was pretty small too to live in. And then I met a lady that was living in a Prius one time. I couldn't believe that. But that's awesome. When do I sleep and how much? I am up past my bedtime right now, hanging out with y'all. So little one here, she gets her medication at night at 8 o'clock at night. Whenever I give her medication, me and her are in this bed, and it's time for night night. She knows that word. Oh, thank you very much, Bart. Thank you, Bart. So I'm in the bed by 8 o'clock. Now I don't pass out right away. It takes me a little while to go to sleep. And then I wake up every morning around 6:30 in the morning because I have to give little one her medicine at 8 o'clock in the morning. She gets it every 12 hours. And I wake up so early because I want to be fully awake, have my coffee and all that stuff before I have to give her medicine, because she'll fight me sometimes when I have to put the syringe in her mouth with the liquid. And I want to be completely awake in case she does try to fight me, so I can have the patience to give her medication. So yeah, so I hope that answered the question. Do I have to keep record of all the maintenance I do on the schoolie in a prompt of when something is due? For example, the oil changes. Well, of course, I always keep up with my oil changes. So I have the little thing in the corner for when it's time for me to change my oil, which is now. When I leave this location, I'm actually going to get an oil change. So now it's time for me to get the oil change. And then I have the little oil light on the dashboard too that I can read. I don't really necessarily write down things or keep track in that kind of way, if that's what you mean, Dutchman. But I kind of know when things are wrong. And then the oil changes, I do definitely keep up with the oil changes. That is something definitely important for all vehicles, is your oil changes. Is YouTube penalizing me for wearing modest attire? What does that mean? I don't think I dress bad or anything. I mean, there's some people that I don't know what that means. Thank you again, Steve, for matching all the donations. I really appreciate that so freaking much. I do. And thank you all you guys for the donations too. Your donations are being doubled thanks to good old Steve here. So thank you. Black Man RVing said, I seem a lot more happier in the bus. He's glad to see that I have a smile on my face. Thank you. I am a lot happier in the bus, guys. I'm sure you guys can tell. I'm definitely a lot. And I think little one's a lot happier too in the bus. I mean, she has more room and I have more room. It's nice. It really is nice. Yes, so I've heard of people that live in the fire watchtowers. So that is not something that I could do. I'd love to. That would be a cool job to have. Being up in those watchtowers and in the middle of nowhere in the forest and all that. The little one, due to all her heart issues that she has, she cannot go above 8,000 feet in elevation. A lot of those watchtowers are pretty high in elevation. Also, you got to hike up to these towers sometimes, and they drop your food into you and everything. And that would not be a job for me to do with a senior dog that has health issues. That's a cool job though. I would definitely take one of those in a flash if it wasn't for her health conditions. How do I lock the bus and unlock from the outside? Steve, I have locks on all the doors. You mean the bus doors over there? Well, I have a lock on the inside for the bus doors. So I can open and lock it from the inside. Okay, guys, can y'all see me now? Sorry. Here we go. Sorry, guys. All right. Somebody asked, Olive asked, how tall am I? And how tall is the inside of the bus? Olive, I'm actually 5'5". So I'm short. And literally the bus, I have like an inch above me. So I fit in here perfectly. I can't put my dreadlocks in a bun or otherwise I'm walking like this. So there's literally an inch above me. I hope you're still in here. I'm sorry about that, guys. Sometimes the Starlink goes out, so. Thank you guys for all waiting for the technical difficulties. Olive, are you still in here? Did you hear my answer to your question, hon? Okay, there you go. I just saw it. So all buses are different, obviously. So the one that I got, it's actually a little bit tinier than an actual short bus. So I kind of got lucky with this one right here. But all buses are different, like height wise and everything. But this one is like perfect size for me. What is my biggest dream adventure? My biggest dream adventure would be going to the outback in Australia. That's my biggest dream adventure. I'm gonna close this window, guys. I have it open. So real quick, I went to Home Depot and I got these screens for my windows. $8, literally. I bought 2 of them And then I put Velcro on it right there. And then I put Velcro over here on the window. And so now I can open up the windows so I can get ventilation. And there's a screen on it so no bugs will get in, or critters. Scotland, wow. Wow. You know, another country, another place I'd like to go see. I know I always talk about Canada and Australia, but Ireland. Ireland seems to be very beautiful too. I'd love to go see Ireland too. Oh, you live in a schoolie as well? That's awesome. Are you in Denver, Colorado right now? Colorado is beautiful too. Very beautiful. I I I was going to try to go back to Colorado for the fall this year, but um I'm not going to be able to make it. Fall in Colorado is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Crocodile Dundee. Oh, in Thailand, yeah, yeah. It sucks. I really, well, it doesn't suck because my dog is the most important thing to me in my life. You know, my dog. So, um, but because of her health issues, I can't leave the country right now. So, um, we have a lot of beautiful things here in the States to see and explore, and I feel like I could go to every single state and still not see everything. Oh yeah, so K Davy, I never give out my location of where I'm at. I never even tell what state I'm in. But the videos do come out of everywhere that I go. Just for safety issues, guys. Like it's really hard not being able to be like, "Oh, look at me. I'm in beautiful Georgia right now, you know, and look at this beautiful mountain here in Georgia." It's really hard for me not to tell you guys where I am when I'm doing these lives. But I did deal with a stalker for over a year that was following me around the country and following me around to every time I'd post a video, he was trying to go to that place and try to look for me. And it was just a really bad incident with this guy. And I'm sure it won't be the last time that I have to deal with something like that, you know, with me putting myself out there in social media world. But so just for safety issues and security and stuff like that, I just don't give out my location. And then when my videos do come out and are released, I'm always like long gone from the whole entire state when those videos come out. Like I am long gone from Idaho and have been long gone from Idaho. And I just now have my Idaho videos coming out now. All right, curtains, work with me. Work with me, curtains. Okay. Curtains are getting dirty. That's the bad thing about having white curtains. They get dirty. What would I do with $100,000? What would I do with $100,000? I would pay off my credit card bill. And I'd probably pay off my aunt's credit card bills. I only have one credit card. She has more credit cards. And I don't know what I would do with $100,000. I'm sure I would find something special to do. I would help my aunt out with some issues, that some things that she's going through right now. I'd probably put it in savings and continue living like this, and wouldn't have to stress on my paychecks or anything like that, because I knew that I would have $100,000 in my savings. So I don't know. I've never had $100,000, so I don't know. Couldn't tell you. Do I crave any one food and anything that I don't like? Well, funny thing is, I'm allergic to onions. So I have to tell you guys, the cookbook that I have coming out does not have onions in the recipes because, well, I don't know how to cook onions. So I'm allergic to onions, guys. I know that's weird. And seafood is my favorite food, like boiled seafood and cooked seafood. None of that raw stuff. I don't like sushi, like the raw sushi and stuff. I love seafood. I don't eat a lot of it on the road because it's hard to have seafood out here on the road. Though I do have a freezer, so I do have shrimp in there right now in the freezer. But yeah. What do I do for air conditioning? That is something I'm going to be working on. I have to figure out the air conditioning situation. As of right now, I don't have AC in the bus when I'm sitting still. Obviously, when I'm driving, this is an AC for the back of the bus, and then I have AC up front, but that's only when the bus is on and I'm driving. Like I said earlier, I try to stay in higher elevation and cooler places during the summertime. That's why I go to the Pacific Northwest or up north. I try to, I can be in temperatures in the low 80s, but anything above that is just too harsh for me. But I do eventually probably want to get some kind of AC thing on here, but I don't know if I really need it, because if I get those window fans that suck out the hot air and stuff, and I have the windows open, I think I would be fine, to be quite honest with you. So, I mean, so far this summer, I haven't had any issues. Do I go fly fishing? I've never done, I've never fished. I know, it's weird. I've never gone fishing. Oh, you use the EcoFlow Wave too? So I've had mixed reviews on that EcoFlow Wave thing. I've had some people say they didn't like it, and I've had some people say they do like it. How do you like it? Because I looked into those. Steve, thank you again for matching everybody's donations. I really appreciate it. I'm just going to do this live video for 24 hours. So Steve I'm just kidding, Steve. I'm kidding, Steve. I can't stay up for 24 hours. Could I see myself with a small gas scooter on the back of the bus? Have I ever had a scooter? To be quite honest with you, this bus right here, it's like the perfect size, like I was saying earlier. This bus literally will fit into a normal parking spot. So I don't think I need an electric bike or a scooter or anything like that. You know, where I'm at right now, yes, it's down a really long dirt gravel road, pretty far back. So it is a pain in the butt to drive the bus on that dirt gravel road. But there's a lot of things in this area, like I went and did a hike yesterday, and literally the hiking trail wasn't too far from where I'm set up camp at, so I just walked down the road instead of driving. Um, yeah, I don't think I would get an electric bike or a scooter. No. Sarah's first fishing trip video. Can't wait. I can't wait either. Oh, that would be awesome. Thank you, Smoking in the Water. Nope, no blooming onions at Outbacks for me. Yeah, Kay Davy. I originally was thinking about a big bus. I mean, I lived in Jeeps for almost 4 years, two different Jeeps, and that was pretty small. And but for some reason, seeing all those big school buses that people had converted, I was really amazed by them, I guess is the word. And so I originally was thinking, oh, a big school bus. But then when I saw this bus, or when I got this bus, this was like the perfect size for me. Um, and then my friend that I'm traveling right now has a 30-foot RV. I definitely am happy I didn't go with a big bus. I think a big bus would have been way too much on me, mainly because of driving on those roads. Yes, I agree. And it's just me, so I think it would have been way too much for me. This seems like a big bus compared to living in the tiny little Jeep Wranglers for so long. What about a video of me wearing roller blades or roller skates? I used to love to roller skate when I was younger, guys. I really loved roller skating. And that's something like probably over the last year, I was like, oh, I wish I had some roller skates. But to be quite honest with you, I have nowhere to roller skate. Um, I almost did, like about a year ago, get me a pair of roller skates, but I sat there and thought about it. I'm always on dirt. I'm always in dirt. I'm camped on dirt. I'm not, there's no cement around or anything like that for me to roller skate on. So it would just be another item sitting in the bus that would be taking up room, and you know but roller skating is good exercise for sure, but I just wouldn't use the skates as much because I'm on dirt. There's nowhere I can't skate on dirt. If the weather is bad and I can't do anything outdoors, do I like to watch TV programs to keep me entertained? Do I have any favorite TV shows I like or a favorite book to read? And that was Bart that asked that. Bart, I do not have a TV in here. Um, Tasha, no, no, baby. I don't have a TV in here, and I purposely did not put a TV in here because I feel like if there's a TV in here, then it's going to make me want to stay inside more and watch the TV. Um, there is some things that I'll watch. I'll watch like naturistic things, um, nature videos or nature movies or stuff like that. I have the Prime Video. That's all I have is Prime Video. And that's because I have Amazon Prime. So I find like nature stuff, And then I also like to watch true crime stuff sometimes. So I do watch true crime stuff sometimes. But I only watch shows and stuff like that on my cell phone when I'm going to bed because it helps me go to sleep. During the day, I don't watch anything on my phone. I don't watch shows or anything like that. Um, Only in the evening when I'm going to bed. Yes, catfishing. Um, Catfishing said, if I'm not mistaken, weren't you considering a mobile thrift operation like clothes and such? Yes, I was. And I really wish I could have done that because it would have been perfect for me to do. All right, guys. So I figured out what's wrong. I just went on my Starlink app thing. So for some reason, Starlink is wanting me to update my Starlink right now, and I think that's why it keeps doing that. So, I'm going to go just for a few more minutes, and then I'm going to have to cut the live because apparently I have to update my Starlink. So, and that's why it keeps going out. But can you guys see me or hear me? So just real quick, I just want to say a huge thank you guys for joining the live. Any new people that are here and stayed, I hope you enjoyed hanging out. Don't forget to go click subscribe. Go click that subscribe button. And thank you guys for always showing y'all support. Thank you guys for the donations. And a huge thank you to Steve for matching all the donations that came in tonight. So that has been a huge help for me. I really appreciate that. I always say I think I have some of the best followers, best subscribers, I guess, on YouTube. Just because you guys are always so positive and so supportive, and I appreciate that so much. So thank you guys as always. Please go check out the video that's coming out tomorrow because it might be one of my favorite videos that I've done in a very long time. It is pretty freaking awesome and beautiful. And I'll do another live next week. So I gotta go update my Starlink now. So thank you guys again, and till next time.